Have you ever felt trapped in the suffocating silence of no contact, wondering if they're thinking about you, missing you, or regretting what happened? What if I told you their silence isn't about heartbreak, but something far more shocking? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why their silence is their greatest weapon, and how you can rise above it. Introduction. You pulled back. No texts, no calls, no likes on their stories. You thought this would make them realize your worth. But here's the twist. What if they're doing the exact same thing? What if this silence isn't a coincidence but a calculated move in a game of emotional chess? Today we're exposing the psychology behind no contact, the hidden battles of ego, and the ultimate way to break free. 1. The silent standoff. No contact feels like a psychological tug-of-war. Two equally stubborn minds, locked in a standoff, both holding the rope but refusing to pull. Each one is waiting for the other to break first. Here's the truth. Human beings crave connection, but we're also masters of defense. When someone pulls away, our instinct is to react, to chase, explain, or fix. But when both sides choose silence, a loop begins. It's like two mirrors reflecting endless silence back and forth. Both parties are convinced the other doesn't care, while secretly wondering, why haven't they reached out? 2. Ego versus emotion. Let's get real. If they're also doing no contact, does it mean they miss you? Not necessarily. Their silence might not be about love or longing at all. It could be their ego at work. While you're hoping they'll wake up and realize what they've lost, they might be thinking, let them come to me. It's a battle of emotions versus pride. You're driven by feelings. They're driven by control. Their silence is less about missing you and more about preserving their illusion of power. 3. The social media mirage. Ever scroll through their social media and see them smiling, laughing, and living their best life? It's easy to believe they've moved on without a second thought. But ask yourself this: if they truly didn't care, why the performance? Their posts are carefully curated, not to reflect happiness, but to make you question yours. Their silence and curated image are tactics to provoke insecurity, not signs of closure. 4. Breaking free from the game. Here's where the real power shift happens. The secret isn't in waiting for them to break their silence. It's in realizing you don't have to play their game at all. The moment you stop reacting, you reclaim your power. Let their ego keep them stuck. You're not here to compete for emotional dominance. You're here to reclaim your peace and self-respect. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, freedom is won by disregarding things beyond our control. 5. The trap of waiting. Waiting for their text, their apology, their acknowledgement keeps you trapped in emotional limbo. It's like standing at a deserted train station, hoping for a train that will never arrive. You're holding on to false hope, replaying scenarios in your mind that won't happen. The harsh truth? Waiting doesn't make them miss you. It only keeps you stuck. Your worth isn't tied to their validation. 6. Embracing growth. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with stones labeled regret, what ifs, and hope they'll change. Every step feels heavier, slowing you down. The second you drop that weight, you're free. Letting go isn't about giving up. It's about making space for growth. You're not the same person you were when this began. You've evolved. And here's the truth. If they couldn't value you then, they won't know how to value the stronger version of you now. 7. Loving the unknown. Uncertainty is terrifying, isn't it? But what if I told you it's also where your greatest growth happens? Life doesn't give us a clear path. It reveals itself as we move forward. Standing still, paralyzed by fear, keeps you stuck. The philosopher Soren Kierkegaard said, life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Embrace the unknown. It's not your enemy, it's your opportunity. 8. The power of walking away. The ultimate move isn't breaking no contact or winning their attention. It's choosing yourself. Imagine a tug-of-war match. You're pulling with all your strength, but the moment you let go of the rope, the game ends. That's not surrender, it's freedom. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Conclusion. No contact isn't about them. It's about you. It's about reclaiming your power, finding your peace, and learning to live without needing closure or apologies. You don't rise by looking back. You rise by moving forward. Every day you resist checking your phone or replaying old scenarios, you grow stronger. Like a flower breaking through concrete, you defy the odds and reach for the sun. Call to action. If this message resonates with you, declare your strength in the comments. Write, "I choose me," or "I've already won." Let the world know you're done waiting. And if you're ready to take the next step in your journey, like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this truth. Remember, your story isn't over. It's just beginning. You've already won by choosing yourself. See you in the next video.